Hi everybody. Do you know what today is? Today is a special holiday. Today is Cinco de Mayo, and it's a Mexican holiday. And in Spanish, that means the 5th day of May. Today, because today is the 5th day of May. So it's a holiday that comes from Mexico, and they celebrate it in Mexico, but I think also people really celebrate it more in the United States, where we live. So Cinco de Mayo is a holiday that comes from a long time ago when Mexico was still a pretty new country. And it was a time that other places were trying to live on the land that Mexico is in. It was France that came over and they were saying, we want to live here. And Mexicans, the people that were living in Mexico at the time, were saying, no, this is where we live. And they actually won that fight. So it was one of the first times that Mexico, as a new country, won a fight, and they started to feel so proud of themselves. And then it's a day that people remember, and every year they celebrate afterwards. So there's a lot of ways that people like to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. And one way that I thought we could celebrate together is if I could teach you how to make a special Mexican drink. It's called horchata. And in English, you would just say horchata. But if you want to say it with a Spanish inflection, you could say it like that, horchata. And it's a special drink that's made from not complicated ingredients. All that you need is water, rice, cinnamon, almonds if you want, milk, and sugar. Not very much. So I thought we could make it together, okay? But just to be clear, it's not a drink that is special just for Cinco de Mayo. It's a drink that is popular in Mexico anytime. So it's something that people might make at their home, or that they might buy at a marketplace in Mexico. And it's a really, really old kind of drink that is so delicious. It's one of my favorite Mexican drinks. So I'm gonna teach you how to do it. You ready?
All right, everybody. So now we're gonna get our ingredients. First ingredient is 1 cup of rice. Next is 1 stick of cinnamon, almonds, some sugar, and some vanilla extract. And now that the ingredients are there, I'm going to take the almonds and the cinnamon stick and chop them up. Here's my cutting board. I'm getting a bowl and a knife. And I'm going to chop up those almonds into little pieces. I'm doing this because I need to make sure that the almonds are in many pieces, because it helps the flavor of the almonds mix into the liquid when it's going to be getting ready later on. So that's going to really help. And then I save that last almond for me. Oh, delicious. Breaking up that cinnamon stick. Ooh, smells good. Perfect. Now I'm going to take the rice, mix it in there. Oof, I gotta get some magic. Can we do it? 1, 2, 3, water! Cinco de Mayo. Very nice. Mix it in there, Mr. Rubenstein. Well done. A little bit more water. Just clean up a little bit, helps to know what you're doing. Okay, now it has to sit there for 5 hours. Phew! 5 hours was fast. Now it's a little bit more nighttime. I'm mixing it into the blender. So that's all been in there, soaking in there for 5 hours, everybody. And you can tell it's ready because the rice will break. After I scoop it in, I'll show you. So getting all those little bits out, because I want to use all the pieces of rice to get a good flavor. So you know that it's ready. The rice has been there long enough because it will break in your fingers like that. It means it's soaked up enough water. So now I'm putting in half a cup of sugar, and it'll mix in there. Put the top on, don't forget. Put the top on. Phew, he remembered. Okay, hold on tight. Still going, oh my gosh. Is it finished yet? Yes. Okay. Ooh, smells good. Perfect. So now it's all blended up. And I'm going to put it into some containers. See, I'm going to be using 2 containers to mix this up because I don't have one big thing to put it in. But before I can put it in the container, I have to use this colander or a sieve because the cinnamon pieces and the pieces of almond we don't really want inside of the horchata when it's finished. You could if you wanted it to be like that, but the sieve or this colander helps to catch all of those extra pieces so then they don't go into the drink. And there we have it, it's getting good. Clean it up a little bit there. So now I'm getting my other container because I'm going to mix it in, again, because I don't have another one. Oh, before I do that, of course, don't forget the vanilla extract. Good, and then I'm going to mix it up. I did 1 tablespoon because it's very strong, you don't need much. So here is my second container because I'm going to put some water in it, and if I did it in the same container, guess what? It would overflow. So I'm going to put 1 cup of water into each one. That's 1 cup on the right side, and now 1 cup on the left side. And now I'm going to be putting some milk in there. Here it comes. 1 cup of milk in each. That's 1 cup. And that's 1 cup of the other one. You know what? Maybe a little bit more. It could have a little bit more milk in there. Good. Oh, I think it's time for some ice in my cup. Take a scoop, scoop it, and scoop. Ice is an important ingredient. You can't forget that at the end. That's how you know it's ready. Wipe it up, clean up. Perfect.